Have you ever taken a pill, felt better within hours, and then later discovered it was nothing more than sugar? That strange experience has a name: the placebo effect. It's one of the most intriguing findings in medicine and psychology, proof that under the right conditions, belief itself can nudge the body to heal. The word placebo comes from Latin and roughly means "I shall please." Historically, doctors sometimes gave inert treatments when nothing else was available: sugar pills, saline injections, colored capsules. The surprising part wasn't the theatrics. It was that patients often improved anyway. Pain eased, sleep deepened, nausea faded. And when clinical trials started using placebos as controls, researchers noticed a stubborn pattern. In many conditions, a meaningful number of people in the placebo group got better. Consider a famous example in orthopedic medicine. Patients with severe knee pain were scheduled for arthroscopic surgery. Some received the full procedure, others underwent only small incisions and then were stitched up. No real repair inside the joint. Months later, both groups reported improvement in pain and function. In some measures, the sham surgery group did just as well. That doesn't mean surgery never works. It means expectation, ritual, and context can produce real, measurable changes in symptoms. How can belief do that? The short answer is chemistry. Expecting relief can trigger the brain to release its own pharmacy: endorphins, dopamine, and other neuromodulators that influence pain, mood, and even inflammation. The brain isn't just a commentator on the body, it's an active participant. When you anticipate healing, your nervous system can lower your pain alarm, relax your muscles, and recalibrate perception, changes you genuinely feel. The effect scales with drama. A large, shiny capsule tends to work better than a tiny, dull tablet. An injection tends to beat a pill. A white coat, a confident tone of voice, a reassuring exam room. All of these amplify what researchers call the placebo response. Even pill color matters. In Western studies, reds and oranges are associated with stimulation, blues with calm. None of those colors contain medicine. They contain expectations, and expectations matter. Placebos can influence more than pain. Trials have documented placebo responses in depression and anxiety, in irritable bowel symptoms, in Parkinson's disease tremors, and in fatigue. In some cases, you can see changes on brain scans or in blood markers. No, a placebo won't shrink a malignant tumor or mend a broken femur. But for conditions that involve perception, stress, or central processing, pain, nausea, mood, sleep, the mind's participation is substantial. Here's an even stranger twist. Placebos can still help even when people are told they're taking a placebo. In so-called open-label placebo studies, patients are explicitly informed that their pill contains no active drug, and some still improve. Why? Because the ritual of treatment, the act of taking something with the intention to get better, seems to tap into associative learning. Your body has learned over years that pills and care often accompany relief, and it responds accordingly. Where there's light, there's shadow. The Nocebo Effect is the harmful cousin of placebo, when negative expectations cause real side effects. Tell people a harmless pill may cause headaches or nausea, and a surprising number will report exactly that. Expectations don't just color experience, they can create it. This is one reason consent forms and media coverage can influence what people feel during a trial or after starting a new medication. The placebo effect also exposes how entangled mind and body really are. We like to imagine a clean border: thoughts over here, tissues and cells over there. In practice, they constantly talk. Mood shifts can alter cortisol and immune signaling. Stress can tighten muscles, change gut motility, and sensitize pain pathways. Safety, trust, and reassurance can do the opposite. The same event, say an ache in your knee, can be amplified by fear or softened by confidence. Context is a powerful drug. A practitioner who listens carefully and explains clearly can enhance outcomes even when prescribing the exact same therapy. That's not mystical. It's neurobiology. Feeling understood lowers threat. Lower threat reduces defensive tension and hypervigilance. Reduced hypervigilance means less pain amplification and fewer catastrophic interpretations of normal bodily noise. The treatment hasn't changed, but the nervous system receiving it has. What, then, is real healing? If a person's pain drops from an 8 to a 3 after a sugar pill, was that improvement fake because the chemistry came from within? From the patient's perspective, the relief is as real as any produced by a drug. The ethical question for medicine is how to harness this without deception. The answer many propose is to combine honesty with ritual. Keep the empathy, the clear explanations, the reassuring follow-ups, and the meaningful ceremonies of care, while using evidence-based treatments when they exist. The placebo effect also shows up far beyond hospitals. Athletes sometimes perform better after an energy drink that is indistinguishable from flavored water. Students feel sharper after taking a capsule they believe is a nootropic, even if it's just caffeine-free powder. Runners report less muscle soreness when they're told their recovery shake contains a secret anti-inflammatory blend. None of this means willpower cures everything. It means expectation modulates perception, effort, and even physiology in the margins. Ritual is a key ingredient. Humans anchor meaning in repeated acts: lighting a candle, lacing shoes, swallowing a pill, opening a journal. Rituals tell the brain, now we begin the thing that helps. That signal focuses attention, calms background noise, and prepares the body to cooperate. In a world where so much feels uncertain, the felt sense of agency that rituals provide is part of the therapeutic dose. Of course, there are boundaries. Placebos don't eradicate viruses or replace insulin. They don't knit skin together after a deep laceration. But they can change how illness feels while the body does its slower work, and they can amplify the benefits of real treatments by lowering stress and sharpening adherence. If a patient expects a medication to help and trusts the plan, they're more likely to take it consistently, tolerate mild side effects, and give it time to work. Notice, too, the social dimension. We are suggestible creatures. What authority figures say matters. What friends report online matters. If everyone in your circle insists that a certain therapy made them feel amazing, your own experience may bend in that direction. Sometimes that crowdsourced reassurance is helpful. Other times it creates hype and disappointment cycles. Learning to spot the role of expectation, yours and others, is part of modern health literacy. That literacy includes understanding side effects as well. If you read a long list of possible symptoms, you might start scanning your body for any hint of them, and scanning heightens sensitivity. It's not that people are making things up, it's that attention reshapes sensation. Knowing about nocebo can blunt its power. Some aches may just be my vigilance turned up, not harm from the treatment. Reframing can lower the volume on harmless noise. The placebo effect also raises a design challenge. How can healthcare systems build more of the helpful context into routine care? Shorter wait times, quieter rooms, eye-level conversations, clearer explanations, better follow-ups. Each of these tweaks signals safety and competence. They don't replace medicine. They prime the nervous system to receive it. Zoom out, and the lesson is both humbling and empowering. Humbling, because we see how easily our perceptions are steered by frames and expectations. Empowering, because those frames are adjustable. You can experiment with constructive rituals, breathing before difficult work, a short walk before problem solving, writing worries down before bed. You can choose surroundings that cue calm, light, sound, temperature, posture. You can be deliberate with the stories you tell yourself about symptoms and stress. If you've ever felt better after doing something you believed would help, Stretching, T, a certain playlist that wasn't just in your head. It was in your head and your body together. Ideas move chemicals. Meaning moves muscles. Attention changes what you feel. So where does this leave us? With a practical middle path. Take proven treatments when they're available. Pair them with clear information, trust, and simple rituals that support healing. Expect benefits without demanding miracles. And when improvement arrives, don't discount it because it came partly from within. The biology of belief is still biology. Here's my question for you. Have you ever experienced the placebo effect firsthand? Maybe you took something you thought was potent, only to learn later it was inert, but you felt genuine relief anyway. Or perhaps you noticed the nocebo effect, expecting a side effect and then feeling it. What do you think really changed? Your body, your expectations, or both? Share your story in the comments. I'll be reading. If you enjoyed this exploration, subscribe to The Curiosity Vault. Every week, we unlock another hidden story of how the mind shapes reality. Until next time, stay curious.